Mm-mm.
All right. We are
Teddy ain't even listening.
I am listening. Fuck you.
Don't
Yeah,
you?
fuck you.
No,
Don't
fuck
you
you.
dare put
Yeah,
those
fuck me,
Vienna
fuck you.
sausages.
No,
in
fuck
there.
you.
Are you? I'm thinking of getting a rat tail.
do it,
Back your
dude.
head.
You guys remember those?
Fucking rat tail. Man,
Get
I
a
fucking
braided-
rocked a rat
braided
tail.
Dude,
rat
I think
tail.
all of us had one except for Ashtray because he never had any hair.
Hey,
Dude, I wanna join
I had a MacGyver mullet when I was a kid because
I want to join a
loved MacGyver.
'70s cover band then too that plays shitty bars around town
Nice.
Look at
with
this
a braided
sexy new
with a braided rat tail.
format Oracle's got going.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
didn't see it. Oh, now I gotta
Yeah.
look it up.
because you're fucking on your phone or your Xbox or whatever.
Oh, I can hear him.
Yep. Boy, where's Bella or your fucking Cardinal sit-in?
My other camera isn't here.
The cat's
Oh,
been
where
dead
is
for
it?
years. He's been lying to us.
In the bedroom.
Yeah. Trying to supplement, pay for my fucking schooling.
Right?
I swear nobody's gonna see this video
Right.
except for 18 million people.
How how much do you have in college debt?
Not that much.
Not that
Why am I
much.
yellow? Why
Not
can't I be
that
blue?
much.
I don't like yellow.
Really, not that
Mystic,
much.
you have some?
Why I'm in yellow? Put me in blue.
Do I have some?
You have any college debt?
I'm in blue.
I have
Teddy.
enough to buy a house.
No shit.
Between me and my wife, we're almost
Oh, yeah, I guess.
$200,000 in debt.
Damn.
Jesus Christ! You better start selling that ass, baby.
Teddy, you can't be yellow. You got to be a different color. How about orange?
Just keep me yellow. I hate both those colors. Just keep
Boom.
me yellow.
Yellow. Like his
Orange.
yellow
Fuck it.
belly.
Now you're orange, buddy.
I don't fucking want orange. Put me back. Yeah, God
too
damn
bad.
it!
What do you
Sorry,
want?
bad,
David,
you're
on
yellow.
your side?
I want
You're
blue.
yellow.
Dude, I'm blue.
Yeah.
You're yellow.
Fucking dickhead.
Yellow.
I'm
Kind
kind of a yellow
Give me
orange.
blue. You take
It's
orange.
a Packers gold. Tell them it's gold. Black people like gold.
Ah,
Fine.
orange.
shit on your teeth.
I'm
Anyway.
orange. Teddy, you can be fucking blue, you fucking baby dick.
No.
Get away, motherfucker.
Don't
Yeah.
get in. No, no.
Soon, next up, you ask for reparations.
Fuck that motherfucker. Reparations.
Reparations. Yeah. Motherfucker.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Well, here we go. In this episode of the Red Eye Report, we discuss marijuana and murder. We irrationally react to every little stress in our lives, and as usual, we scream, "Fuck the police." With me this week is the soot-covered Ashtray. The only thing Ashtray knows about growing weed is that you can... Sorry. The only thing Ashtray knows about growing weed is that you can't piss on it if you want it to taste good. You won't make that mistake a third time.
Don't even know what that means, but okay.
It means you peed on the plants while they were growing.
Oh, oh,
Really?
I've never
thought
peed
that
on-
was... Okay, anyway. We've also got a fluffy teddy bear. Teddy
Yeah.
doesn't even fuck with weed no more. For now, at least. When he gets off paper, he's going to get some equipment and grow him some green. He's already got the Groupon saved for the lights.
Groupon.
Groupon.
What is wrong with
You will
money,
never
bro?
live that shit
Groupon's
down.
What's wrong with saving money, he says.
God.
We've
That's funny.
also got a straight-edge, sober Oracle. He doesn't do drugs unless they're crushed into a powder.
That's right.
boy,
Last
what
and
drugs
least-
ever are that?
I'm the Mystic. I've been growing weed for like 2 years now. Not sure if anyone would want to smoke it. It's in between my toes. And this is the Red Eye Report.
Gross.
Nasty,
That toe
Yeah.
weed.
right? Got that Tacoma Toe Jam. It's a great
That's
strain.
Nice. You know it. Anyway, tonight we're talking about I said Murder Mountain, but really specifically it's the what's called the Emerald Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong.
And that's
That's
not just
where
a
it comes
strip
from.
club, which would be a good one.
That would not be a good strip club. An Emerald Triangle? No.
yeah.
No. Why is it
Really?
green down there? What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it
Why
green
do you have
down
a green happy
why
trail?
is
What
it
the fuck
green?
is
I
that?
don't. That's not
Yeah.
what I meant by it. That's cool.
She's got jaundice or some shit down there. What's wrong?
jaundice, gangrenous pussy. So anyway,
right on my
the
knee.
emerald. We're gonna start. We're gonna go macro into micro here. Emerald Triangle is the region in Northern California, named as such due to its large cannabis producing, or production. So it's made up of Humboldt, Mendocino, and Trinity counties. They've been growing plants there since the 60s. So basically what happened is these hippies from like San Francisco and shit wanted to move out to the middle of fucking nowhere and live off the land. They wanted to be self-sufficient. They didn't want to fucking
right.
want the government fucking interfering with their shit. But they didn't necessarily go there to grow weed.
So did the guy in Ruby Ridge.
So they went there basically just to be self-sufficient, but realized that they needed to have an income. And these people were like, "Oh man, I've seen you grow some weed. Your shit's good." It's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, where everyone's like, "Ricky's got the best weed when he's growing dope. You know, he's just so good at it." Like, you know, that's what these guys are like. "Man, you're so good at growing dope. I can get you fucking 200 a pound back then," or whatever it was. In the documentary, it's like something super fucking cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the 60s, you know, like, oh, they were fucking selling $80 fucking QPs and shit. I'm like, what?
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, man. Granted, they wasn't hydroponically grown shit like today, you know, the big
right,
good shit. So basically, they lived like that. Eventually, it just started getting bigger and bigger, and the cops couldn't really do anything about it because there's what's called, when you hit the southernmost county, which I think is Humboldt, it's basically a wall of redwood trees for fucking hundreds of miles. So they can't really like get.
There aren't really roads in there and stuff.
No, not really.
Yeah,
they're roads, yeah, but they're like, a lot of it is mountainous, so you can see these motherfuckers coming. For miles and miles, and they get the word out, and everyone
rolling up high and have a lookout, and
so they'd eventually like bust these farms, but nobody would be there, and they'd be growing somewhere else fucking 3 days later. You know what I'm saying? And because of the nice temperate climate, they could grow pretty much all year round. So it at one point it supplied about 80% of the illegal cannabis in the United States.
Wow. What year range was
Mexico,
this?
Canada. Huh?
Did it say what years this was, when it was about that much? Is this in like
the 80s.
80s? Okay.
Yeah, so like in the 80s, though, what happened was that Reagan and his war on drugs introduced more money into the local...
So you know.
They introduced more money into the local police forces, and they were able to get helicopters and shit like that. So that changed the game. So with a helicopter, they can fucking come in fast. They'll drop motherfuckers down commando style on top of your shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got no time to run. So then it kind of became like an outlaw type of thing. It was like a game of cat and mouse, you know? Like, we might get caught with this one grow operation over here, but we got 4 more hidden in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like the moonshine, Tennessee and North Carolina and shit, you know? Like,
yeah, that's a good comparison.
Right. It's just illegal gunslinging type shit.
This shit looks so fucking awesome. People fucking riding around on dirt bikes and shit. And
yeah, is it just them showing off the toys? Like, this is how we have fun because we don't have real jobs, but we still make a shit ton of money. Look at his cars falling apart.
Sorry.
What is this?
I don't know. It's like a reality show about Humboldt County, and
is it really? I've
never
even...
It's like, wow, it looks fucking great.
No, this isn't Murder Mountain.
I thought it was Murder Mountain. Yeah.
No.
I'm like, yeah, it sure looks fun, boy.
Right.
At first, it showed like farmers actually doing stuff, and now it's like
these dudes were grimy fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, that looked like a
They're playing hockey now.
Looked like a Red Bull commercial.
Yeah.
Right.
Enjoy your life.
But so it started getting its name. We're gonna zoom in a little bit here. So Humboldt County is one of the bigger ones in here. So actually, I think Trinity is the one that's before Humboldt. So Humboldt's like right in the middle. But it has what's called Alder Point, which is a city not really a city. It's only got a population, an actual population of 186 people.
Damn.
But there are quite a few more that live there in secret.
Live up in the woods.
Basically, they live in the mountains.
Down,
Now this mountain
down.
was originally called Murder Mountain because of Michael Bear Carson and Suzanne Carson. They were responsible for a series of murders. They still don't even really know how many. Through San Francisco, Humboldt County, and Grant Pass, Oregon, up in that area. But Humboldt is like where they kind of didn't get caught, but had to flee. So they what happens is these growers, they hire like fucking migrants, hippies back in the day, used to go up there and fucking get paid quite a bit of money, really, to trim weed. So nowadays they get paid by the pound, so it's about $150 per pound is the going rate. So you trim a pound of weed a day, you get $150 tax free. You know what I mean? And they kind of just live
That's not bad.
at this farmer's farm for however long it takes to trim his crop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then he pays them and they leave. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of like migrants and fucking
And then they all got carpal tunnel.
type people. Well, these people basically went up there and just started fucking. They had
Stealing.
one confirmed murder of this Clark Stevens. Shot and killed him in 1982. So basically, he was a worker on the farm that they worked on, and they had a dispute. I don't know what that was fucking over. So they shot him and then burned the body and tried to bury it, but
It's a mountain.
bury it under
Made of rock.
chicken fertilizer. So like it wouldn't
Wow.
smell, I assume. But they
Yeah,
found it
buried
2 weeks later, and they had to like go on the run. They eventually found Michael in Los Angeles, and then he confessed to
So
Yeah.
who were these guys who murdered? They murdered the farmer, basically, of this.
no, it wasn't the farmer.
No, they murdered the workers.
Transient people.
Oh, they murdered
They
one of
say
the
that,
one of the transients.
Yeah.
You think it'd be easy to get rid of one of those?
So they confessed to Heliar Stevens and Karen Barnes. Those are the 3 that they confessed to. They think that there was like 12 more that they would just murder these transients basically up there.
Damn.
Like get their rocks off and shit, and then fucking
Oh, so they were became almost a serial thing, and that wasn't just a murder for crime.
Well, you
No, I
see,
think they would
looking
come
at
back
the
every
stream,
years.
the fucking images.
Yeah, who are
of
these
them,
people?
These
That's
are the
like-
fucking
looks like-
killers.
Oh, these were the 2 killers.
Yeah.
Well, the dude looks like Manson from the side.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I was gonna say he looks like Charles Manson.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, so they found a manifesto after they caught him and shit, where they had called for the assassination of President Ronald Reagan. Johnny Carson they wanted to assassinate and shit
Really?
for some fucking reason. Yeah,
Nobody kills Johnny.
right.
Johnny.
So that's originally how the mountain got its name. Now, in recent years, it has lived up to that name because what's happened is that now that it's legal in California, and even when it was medically legal, when they had Prop 215 or whatever, where they could just grow up to a certain amount of plants, as long as they had paperwork, the price of the pound has gone way down. So it's attracting a lot more crime surrounding it because people are trying to make as much money as they made before. And that's brought in new investors, they said, which means basically the mafia,
Right.
biker gangs, shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cartels. You know what I mean? So it's just basically they have one of the highest.
So there's more
missing
competition
persons
too
rates.
because it can be done in the open.
Right. Well, and they have what's called they have more like super high fucking missing person rates because they don't have the money in the police force to find these murders. These people just go missing. You know what I mean? Like they just disappear.
Yeah.
Like there's fucking.
Well, out there, drop them in the redwood forest.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's
Put them up
finding
that high, no one's climbing those trees.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Just right at the top of
Just
the
drag a 200-pound body up a redwood trees. Not that hard.
Helicopters.
So, So anyway, so I was watching the documentary is my main reason why it's a 6-part documentary about it follows a couple of different disappearances and then it kind of flashes back and forth between the beginnings and like what legalization has really done because legalization has made it even worse. Like it was bad with the fucking medical shit. Now it's like it's like the Wild West. Like this cop was telling a story about how they were in a fucking convoy with like he didn't say how many deputies, but he said a convoy of deputies. I'm assuming that's at least 3 cars full of dudes.
Oh yeah, it's not 4.
Police officers.
Yeah, 2 cars
He
can't be
said-
considered a convoy. You got to at least have
Right,
one at the beginning and one at the end.
Right. So he said that these guys just came out on 4-wheelers and enduros with shotguns and shit strapped to them and AKs,
Wow.
just like escorting them up this mountain. And this fucking cop who didn't really know anything, he's like kind of going for his gun, and this other dude's like, "Don't, dude." He's like,
Yeah.
"We will fucking." Like gave him the look like we're gonna die if you do that. These dudes aren't
Fuck
fucking
with them.
out. They're here to escort us basically. Because it's just an intimidation factor. And
What
when
is
you're
the
not
name of
scared
this
the
mountain,
cops-
or is it multiple mountains?
It's I think it's multiple mountains. It's not just it's like a region
Yeah.
of Humboldt County. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. So it's like in Humboldt, Trinity, and Mendocino counties. Like that's the fucking area. One of the
Man.
major areas is that Alder Point. That's the city that's kind of focused on in the documentary.
Oh man, the picture, that montage or collage of missing people, it's that they all look like, floozies out of high school who fuck around with
Well,
the
that's what
wrong
they
guy.
are. Just idiots. Yeah.
Yep.
That are like, I'm gonna go up here and make all this money. Yeah, but bitch, it's the fucking. Remember all the shit we would read about in North Dakota? How it was the Wild West.
Yeah.
This is the fuck.
Oh, well.
This is the real Wild West. This is where you go to disappear if you run fucking.
Guys look like they had paintball guns.
I'm sure that. Oh, they did. The cops when they raided it.
The cops did.
Oh,
Well,
why
what
did the cops
fuck?
have paintball
Yeah,
guns?
why did
I-
the cops?
like- I don't think they were paintball guns. They were paintball guns, but I think
were-
they were packing something harder than paintballs.
Oh, or
you know?
were they
what
one of those non-lethal suppression guns?
Probably like bean
Gotcha,
bags
that
or
makes
something
sense.
like that. High rate
Yeah,
of
it just
fire.
looked like a paintball hopper. I'm like, but they looked very serious with it. It's like,
They showed them loading it. And they didn't
I
really
will
look.
put your fucking eye out, buddy. Get out on the ground.
Yeah, it's a
Ugh.
very interesting documentary because it's fucked up that shit like this exists still in 2019.
Mhm.
You know what I
Well-
mean? Like this, you think about this like in the 60s, like this could exist. Like we don't have the. I don't know. It's just weird to
though,
me.
it probably, probably in some way it's always been like this. It's just more accelerated because legalization brings legal competition, which then makes it all the harder for the people who are already doing it illegally.
Right.
Like that's it basically encroaches on their market.
hmm
And I was just thinking about that news shot. Like, think about now you can just buy yourself a drone for $1,000 to get a decent one. You can just fly over across the ridge and check on your competition, what they're
Right.
doing.
Mhm.
Well, there's a lot of sabotage back and forth too.
Right?
You know.
Oh yeah, like fucking cut off their generators.
Right. That's why a lot of these places hire so many dudes to fucking
Just be screwed.
drive around with fucking enduros and shotguns strapped to their backs. You know.
Yeah, I can see how the legality is fucking with it. Because when I was in Denver, they were, buddy, I was like, yeah, the buddy we were in town that delivered.
Oh, did Teddy just drop?
It's frozen. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like,
Up.
What
Oh,
the-
Teddy. Oh, look at
No.
wide angle. Look at his house.
Wide
It's like he's
angle.
caught without pants on. Oh.
Yeah.
have a dick out. Have a dick out.
Oh,
I didn't
that's fucking funny.
So what were you saying now?
I was saying that I can see how the legality of it can fuck with the illegalization of it because when I was in Denver, a buddy of mine that lived there, he was like, "Yeah, man, let's go to my buddy's house pick up some green." I'm like, "Why? We're in Denver. Let's go to a shop instead of fucking like I don't know this guy. I mean, I don't have to go to some dude's house that I don't fucking know about weed. Why not just if I'm in Denver, why not just
yeah,
try
unless he's got an unbelievable price, like I do definitely feel like we're noticing the excess of those markets that have now become flooded with product because it's legal. Excess is all getting smuggled out, and it's like, it's I haven't had it only for the last couple of years though, where it's like people who I barely know are like, "Hey man, you need any weed?" Well, trying to get rid of stuff. It's like, no, I'm good. I mean, it's like, thanks, I appreciate it.
At Walmart.
When did you start selling, Grandma?
Welcome
Exactly.
to Walmart. Here's your eighth.
Fucking mailman.
Yeah, right. Just leaves you samples in your mailbox. The fuck?
Dude, if I was a mailman, I'd be fucking I ain't saying shit. Find out you got some. You just throw me a little bit.
Right? It's funny.
Cool.
Yeah. So I mean, that's really about it.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Any questions? Would you want to live there? Would you want to?
Yeah. So how long? Well, it's a multi-piece documentary, right? This Murder Mouse?
Six episodes, yeah.
Now does it wrap up with any kind of foresight or projections, I guess, of what it's going to be or how it's going to go? Or is it just
it's eventually going to stabilize, they say.
It's got to if it's legal.
Well, yeah, because that's what happens when markets become flooded like this. They eventually stabilize. Yeah,
and the these illegal growers, if anything, they'll go to a state where it's still illegal to grow, and they can still get a better price or something.
And it's getting easier for them to catch them too, because, like you said, with drones, they don't have to have this loud ass helicopter flying overhead.
Well,
they can have this fucking little drone flying overhead taking pictures, and what they do now is they have your plot, like when you get fucking your license from the state to grow, you get like a fucking GPS coordinate plot, basically. So they can fly this drone over the top, check what that GPS is, and it links right to your paperwork. So they could be like, "Oh, okay, he's cool."
They can make sure you've only got this much chance.
And the ones that they don't, fucking, they roll up in there.
Or probably also
that fucker's got too many plants.
They rolled up in there with a wood chipper. They were coming. If you didn't have your shit's gone. They will fuck that shit up in front of you. Throw it in the wood chipper.
Right in. Turn her into mulch.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I mean, if they put it in the wood chipper, I mean, if they just shoot out into a fucking a pile for you, you can still fucking bag that grind.
Yeah, ain't nobody
if you're desperate. You're fucking desperate.
It's got a few sticks and stems in it, bro, but it's real cheap.
I got this sativa mulch.
Dude, back in the day, I had a buddy he used to sell it fucking after he bagged all his shit up, what would be left was all his shake and shit. It didn't have any seeds in it, but he'd tell you an ounce for $20. It was nothing but shake, and I'm like, I'll buy that shit.
Yeah, that's still shake. That's gonna be better than fucking mulch weed.
But yeah, I'd buy that.
There was this really cool
fucking little rocks in there and shit.
There's this really cool scene where they were talking about the illegal guys that still sell their shit, and basically what happens is there's these motels in Alder Point, in this other town that the Juno, I think it was called, where and if you think about it, it's really kind of scary because these dudes would come from LA, like fucking all the big cities down south, and drive up there and fucking buy just pounds and pounds of weed. So we're talking like,
so these big deals would happen in these
hundreds
motels.
of pounds of weed, like these massive drug deals. He's like, this guy's like face covered and they're interviewing him and shit. And he's like, he's a grower waiting to sell it to this dude. And he's like, just imagine how much money is behind every one of these doors for weeks on end after the growing season is done. You know what I mean? Like, dude's rolling up in there buying 100 pounds. He's got fucking $500,000 on him.
Yeah.
There's probably fucking 15
at least 3
hotels
guns
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and the cops just leave it alone because there's 2 deputies in this whole little ass
Yeah,
town.
well,
How can they
kind of
get
one
a
of those like organized crime, and that was the problem with not necessarily the problem with organized crime, or I guess why organized crime was put up with in a way was because it was like usually only shit went down just between them if needed, and they like weren't fucking killing innocent people. So long as there's no shootout at those motels, I'm sure they're just like, the more the merrier. If we're not getting 911 calls, fine. Like just don't ask, don't tell kind of look the other way.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how they do in like places like Jamaica and shit. From what I've heard, is that they know
isn't it
that
technically
people
illegal
need
in Jamaica?
need to fucking it is.
Dude, I was smoking on the resort in Jamaica. They didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because they know
mean,
that the locals need the money from tourists buying their weed to fucking support them.
This dude came up to us with a tree. It was like $100 American. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I ended up flushing more of it when we left than fucking anything. I was like, I flushed like 2 ounces because after I broke it off the stick and stem, I'm like, shit, what the fuck am I gonna do with this fucking funky shit? And I smoked a shit ton of it, but I like at the end, I ate a bunch of it. Then I fucking flushed the rest of it. I didn't have anything to do. I was like, let's leave it in the safe, like cracked open for somebody to find it. My wife's like, don't do that. Just get rid of it. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm sitting there flushing like an ounce. I'm like, I'm crying and shit. I'm like, flushing an ounce of weed. I don't have to.
Right? Yeah, I'd be crying too. No, I can't do this. We're just gonna sit here.
But I mean, I paid $100 for this guy came with pretty much just fucking trees, like $100. I'm like, shit. I picked it off and fucking yeah, it was awesome. Sitting by the pool, just like with a big ass fucking blunt, just everything I ever on.
All right, awesome. So that's our conversation about Murder Mountain. I suggest watching it if you're so inclined. Hold on, fucking computer. Now we're moving on to the what's sexy section. This is where we tell you what's sexy and you listen. Teddy, Katana Zero.
Katana Zero. It's a game I found on the Switch. It's a side-scrolling 2D game. It's a pretty cool little concept. You play a guy with a samurai sword. He can somehow control time. I haven't gotten into it yet. I've only played like 3 or 4 stages. But it's kind of weird when you die in a stage. It rewinds back kind of like a VHS. It has kind of like a grainy look over it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty cool game. It's like $20 on the Switch. If you have one, aka Oracle, try it out. I don't know if you play yours anymore. But I love these 2D scroller games, the 2D side scroller games. I guess they're called like Metroidvania. I really hate that fucking. I really hate that.
Metroidvania. That's what they call them.
Yeah, because Metroid and Castlevania on Nintendo were the first kind of games that had that kind of side scrolling thing.
I was more of a double Contra kind of guy.
Right.
Double
this looks cool.
Contra is similar.
Double Dragon and Contra.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Look, I didn't come up with the term, okay?
I forgot about that. And Battletoads.
But yeah, at the end of every level, you go to this fucking cool. You talk to a psychiatrist, you can answer questions and stuff, and I mean it's pretty cool in the game. If you like it, try it out. It's crazy colors. Try it on Molly or something.
The name of it.
Try it on Molly.
It should be awesome.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Katana Zero.
Oh, so it looks like you're deflecting bullets with your katana.
Oh yeah, you have a little thing you can slow down time and shit, and you can deflect bullets and stuff. It's if you do it right, it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, I've always been in these kind of side-scrolling games. It's pretty awesome.
Devolver, they were the guys behind
Devolver
Hotline Miami.
Yeah, Devolver.
They're the producer or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make quality shit.
Yeah, for like a reasonable price too. What did you say? $20?
It was like $20, yeah. It's like $20, yeah.
I feel like the old man. I'm so lost. Just move on.
It's because all you play is golf with Hayrod. That's why. Maybe I can make this putt here,
dude. I just want to chill and play a video game. I don't want to fucking be a ninja, throw shit.
Don't be a ninja. Play your golf.
I'm not.
Okay, then don't bitch about me doing it.
Shh, I'm not bitching.
You can't
keep
on. Up.
Are we ready? Oracle Dreams PS4.
Yeah, so Dreams on the PS4 is a game that's actually in early access right now. And basically what it is a game engine, a game creator on the PS4.
Oh, really?
And it has fucking amazing capabilities. So just kind of on the stream here, I'll show some of the things. And the game isn't even out yet, and this is what people are making.
See, I kind of feel kind of iffy about these things because I understand it's kind of like wasn't the Unity engine the same way?
Well,
PC,
yeah, the Unity engine,
so,
Unreal Engine are two very powerful, popular video game engines. This is like grandma's boy. You know how they made the game on the fucking Xbox?
Yeah.
You can make a fucking game on your
PS4. Yeah,
PS4.
but I feel kind of, my thing is like, who has the rights to this to create? I mean, you can create like $1 million game and you don't have any rights to it. I mean, this kind of looks like free shit for PS4 to do. A hit game. It's just
kind of the ethos of this thing is basically they've streamlined it. Like, you can create games or you can play other people's fucking games and scenes. And maybe it's long, maybe it's short, and you can
community shared.
Yeah, and it's like channel surfing. It's fucking awesome. Like, you can just go in, you'd be like, oh, this is cool, this is shit, this is funny, whatever. You do a thumbs up, give them a little feedback. They've streamlined it, and
go back to McDonald's, Doug. Your game isn't fun.
I'll just kind of go through to some of the other creations here. Like, they've realistic stuff. Like, I've played some horror type stuff, some cool like first person shooters, some driving games.
Ninja Toast right now.
Yeah, so much. It's a little toast guy. Right so like, I guess they're not making the games with the PS4. Like, they're making them with computers.
Yes,
These are user created games with a PS4.
So don't you need a keyboard and mouse and some shit? Like,
not like he said.
You just use a controller to
He said they streamlined it. Yeah, so I mean,
is there so there must be like a library of options to like drag and drop.
Well, they created the same concept as Photoshop. Adobe created that software for other people to create shit.
Right, but
they
created
game. You had a keyboard and a mouse and a lot of options.
Well, so what?
So your input system is different. I mean. Yeah, input is just different. That's all.
Yeah, but the input is different. But the crazy thing about this, I honestly, how do
you add text to your game?
You add text just like you would add text to anything else in a video game.
You gotta scroll around with that dumbass fucking controller, pick the level.
Yes,
you could do
for fuck's sake, yes.
Boy,
but
nerds got a lot of time.
If people want to do that, then that's what they're.
They want to do it. And honestly, I stream it to my PC because you can stream your PS4. And so I have access to my keyboard.
I'm sure some of them use a PC to work on the game.
I'm pretty sure you could buy a keyboard and mouse for a PS4.
You can.
Probably
no, this is a PS4 game. This is a game. And like the gameplay for this, you actually have to create gameplay elements to progress through the levels. Like, you have your character, in order to get over to, the doorway or whatever, you have to give your character abilities and shit to even progress there. I think this shit is gonna blow the fuck up when it actually comes out.
Yeah, I guess. For me, my personal thinking, like, how do you 3D model with a PS?
You can use a controller, or you can use motion controllers to do it, to sculpt. And actually, yeah. And it's going to be VR.
Use a motion controller, like,
yeah.
I'm gonna carve out this character.
And it's going to have
crazy.
It's going to have VR support when it's released too.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's going to be cool as fuck.
They do have those VR like art programs, right? Where you can like kind of 3D paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine 3D sculpting your bad guy.
It is fucking sick, and they just have like the creation tools out right now, and I've been blown away by what people have already created, and this shit isn't even out. There are only so many people that are using this.
Right.
So I think this is gonna change. There are gonna be, like, Minecraft, that was fucking huge.
Right.
Like all these other
For
things.
such a basic game.
Right, such a basic thing. This takes it to the next level. Like you have
Well, that's
full
what
fucking
that's what I'm talking
logic
about.
and shit.
Somebody's gonna create a game in this thing, and it's gonna
Oh
be fucking
yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be free.
PlayStation's gonna. Well, my thing is like somebody's like PlayStation, whoever has the rights to it, is gonna fucking make it bigger and better, and then market it to people for money.
They don't get the rights to it. It is that. See, that's the thing. Is it only exists in dreams. You have to be in the Dreamverse to experience it.
You have to be in this program to use the game.
You have to be in
so
the game.
If it had potential, you could maybe take it somewhere outside of that dream realm,
but you would have to make the
Somebody
game.
could buy the rights to the intellectual rights to it and create another game.
You could.
If some production company thought the idea was
right. Well, even if they buy the rights, the person who created it is not gonna make any money off of it. The fucking people who own that dream game because it's created it. Is what I'm saying.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's really this game is all up. So one of the fundamental things with this is when you release something, you can have the option for other people to remix what you have created. So it's very much about like creating tools and things for other people to use. This is very much about like collaborative creativity.
Right.
It's not,
cool.
like
you get some Jagoff coming in ruining your shit.
well,
I'm sure they can't ruin your original.
They can't ruin your original thing.
They could take yours and fucking make it stupid.
They could. They absolutely could.
Now, have you tried making anything yourself?
Yeah, so I am basically learning. I'm going through like logic tutorials and stuff. I finally found some good stuff on YouTube. It's limited right now because there aren't that many people, but I did find in the logic because I have done some programming before in the past in Unity and Unreal Engine. So basically, when you're programming, you're actually physically hooking wires up in a physical space on this. So you're like floating around. You're like, okay, well, when this timer goes off, I want this thing to react in this way, and you fucking actually hook it up.
So the wire is what connects an action to a location.
Right. So you've got like wires and different things going on.
It's just like setting up an if-then setting. If then, yeah.
There's if then, there are many different
right,
things.
but you're seeing it in a 3D space, is what you're saying.
Right. So, and there have been, visual programming in the past. You can do visual programming. There are add-ons that you can get in for Unity or Unreal. You can do visual programming, but this is taking it to a different level. Like it's foundationally built like that, and it's very much where you're like doing it and then you can play it at the same time. Like it's crazy. It's going to be fucking crazy when it comes out.
How do you get access to this?
So you can
free or?
No, it's $29 and you can get it on PS4. It is
one-time fee?
Yep, one-time fee.
Right
right now it's early access, but it will they don't have a release date. It will release in 2019 though.
Dude, I might have to get over there and create me a fighting game.
So
it is
now,
fucking badass.
What's it called?
Dude.
Is it called Dream Space?
It's called Dreams.
Oh, Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams.
Cool.
Oh, check this out.
Word. All right, Ashtray, the Money GPS YouTube channel.
The Money GPS YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yay.
So if you're someone like me who feels that impending dread that the economy is going to have like moment anytime now.
Was that diarrhea shits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have another
the economy is
bubble
going to
burst.
eat Taco Bell.
Exactly. I'm surprised it hasn't yet with Trump. But if you're interested in alternative views on the economy and monetary system, check out the Money GPS YouTube channel. It's mostly this guy. So he's an author who's got 2 books out called The Money GPS and the oncoming economic collapse. He's got all kinds of. He comes out with shit regularly, and I just put it on the background. It's a lot of graphs and shit like that. But he's talking about things like it's more to listen to, but it's him talking about different markets and like why are people leaving. Some topics here are like people are abandoning these states in the U.S. 53% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Let's see here. Millennials don't even have $500. You know, and he's always referencing news stories and reports and such.
I have $500.
Apparently, like millennials are trapped in debt, and I think it's talking about more like the regular millennials, like we're technically considered millennials just based on age, but
I'm not.
So are you my question? Are you liking this because of the statistics and stuff? Or are you liking it because it
liking
helps
it
you make
because
financial decisions?
Oh, I'm not.
Does it help you make financial decisions, or what's
it
the
will
benefit
help
of
you
the
make
channel?
financial decisions if you are one who's like investing in things and stuff. It definitely will give you a better outlook outside of, because the mainstream news is only reporting positive. They keep talking about, well, the unemployment rate's so low. Well, he's got some videos on what metrics actually go into saying what's considered the unemployment rate. And also historically, the unemployment rate has always been a lagging factor. It's never like, oh, you know, employment's going way down, but the markets are fine, but maybe something's wrong. No, the markets go to shit, and then the unemployment rate goes up because everybody loses their jobs because companies have to fucking close their doors. So if you want to like see some of the, and he talks about markets all over the world too. It's really interesting because I definitely, even just the this spring, like at work, like it feels like it's slower than it should be. Granted, it's not an election year, that is a factor, but there's that unease, especially working in a small business where
people just don't need signs, bro.
Yeah, people don't need signs. Like, I mean, fuck. I just would hate to have it cut into where if we have to lose one of my few coworkers because, goddamn,
what are you drinking?
This is gin and seltzer. Citadel.
Oh shit, gin and juice, man.
So, oh, fucking Travis is fucking living the high life in fucking Finland. So there's your fucking economics there, Ashtray.
Yeah, right?
He's flying around the world.
The economy goes to shit, they ain't flying his ass around the world anymore. Better hold on, Travis.
So I am thinking about buying a house.
Right? You should wait till the bubble bursts.
When's your
the fucking?
But see, as a homeowner, that's what I'm afraid of, because like they're building some shit down the street for me, and my house is valued at over $300,000 right now. And it's like I'm curious, like when the bubble bursts, like I don't want my value to go. Like I'm redoing my floors and
everybody's
shit.
Gonna go.
I mean, that's my. I mean,
it's like it did last time.
My thing is, I need to watch that fucking movie about it, so I can figure out how to play the stock market to make shit some money when it happens.
I don't want to wait forever, and renting in Rhode Island is fucking terrible.
What is it? What is like 250,000 value in square footage up there?
What's the average house price, I guess?
Yeah, what's the average house price?
I mean, average house price, you're going to be paying, $220,000, $230,000. Now,
I think it's 180.
Well, what's the square? I mean, is it like 1,600 square feet, 2,400 square feet? What's the?
I think that's probably like 1,500 square feet. But
that ain't shit. 1,500 for a whole house.
Just to give you context, renting, like right now, our rent is $1,300 a month.
And how many square feet?
Christ.
It's a 1,400 square foot apartment. It's a bigger apartment, but that's low. We're paying under market.
Are you really?
In Providence? Yeah.
Wow.
So rent around here is fucking atrocious.
Well, yeah, there's no space.
Well, dude, in my subdivision,
right?
the house across the street from me
lived there too long.
I mean, the house across the street from me, the average rent in these houses around here are going for $2,000 a month, and yeah, so I mean and like our house note back when we had one was only like $1,200 a month, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I figured
I was $875.
Damn, I miss those days.
I had almost 1,900 square feet.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Living in
dude, it was that house that we lived in Marshfield. That was a good deal, but it was Marshfield. I mean,
what's wrong with Marshfield? Is it ghetto, or what's wrong with Marshfield?
No, it's just a fucking like 20,000 people in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Money
Down,
GPS
down,
has
down,
a
down,
topic
down,
on
down, down.
like states where people are abandoning because the price of living is so high. Did you guys hear about the San Francisco poop map?
Oh yeah.
My God,
What?
what? We gotta
What?
hurry up here. But what? I want to
Well,
hear the poop map.
basically, the poop map is as a result of the housing costs being so damn expensive in San Francisco. There's there's such an increase in the homeless population in the area, and they aggregated. There's a website where they aggregated on a map all of the reports from 2011 to 2018 to like the public waste department that there's shit on the sidewalk or there's shit here, like there's shit on the street. Like, you need to clean up this pile of human shit. And if you look at it on a GPS of like the map, it is, those little Google tag marks, pins or whatever.
Yeah.
So think of those. Some of them in some regions, there's so many pins, it's black. The outline of the pin.
Wow.
And all the pins are brown, by the way. But like, it's like,
Damn.
Wow.
they're.
Awesome.
That's,
But I did hear shit like talking about
that's
teachers. that,
the housing prices are doing that. It's causing shit
Yeah.
maps.
I've heard how in Denver it's so expensive to live in Denver now that teachers can't afford to live there and shit.
Yeah, they were. I was watching this thing about these like young couples now are just buying fucking RVs and vans and shit like that, like a big fucking Mercedes van, and like turning it into a little apartment basically. Like they have running water in it and working, like a fucking little RV, and they just live in a
tiny
fucking
house.
Yeah, they just drive around, and they can go on vacation whenever they want. Like they were breaking down like their rents, and their rent would have been like $2,400 a month for one bedroom apartment or some shit in San Francisco.
God.
Yeah.
And then their van total a month costs like $1,400. So like they're already, and that's more than the van, or that's everything. That's like food, everything. That's their total expenditures is like $1,400. So
I wish I could.
They're both fucking like graphic artists who just work. As long as they have Wi-Fi, they can work basically.
Just park outside of Starbucks.
Fuck
Shut
that
up, we're not leaving.
All right. So anyway, Street Food. It's a show on Netflix, and normally I don't really like cooking shows like that. I like the competition ones; those are all right. But I was like, all right, I'll check this out. The cinematography looked really cool, and it's like 10 episodes, and they're all different Asian cities, and they go around. Like one is Osaka, Japan. Thailand, wherever, I don't know what the fucking city was, but anyway, they kind of focus on one street food vendor, and then they talk about like their famous street foods, basically these. But I thought it was really interesting because it focuses on Asia. This series does, this first season anyway, and these fucking people are 100 years old. Like I'm not even kidding. Like one woman selling shit in India, I think it was India or fucking Malaysia. She's 100 fucking years old.
That's fucking
and she works
awesome.
like 7 days a week, dude.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like this one chick that they're showing, I think that's her right there. Her left arm is so jacked from the fucking wok.
From
This bitch is like 90 pounds maybe soaking wet. She's 73 years old, and I wouldn't fuck with her, dude. She would knock you the
She's got a
fuck
fucking
out. with that
Popeye arm.
Yeah, dude.
I
it's
got a
fucking,
gas
like,
mask on.
from like moving this wok all day long and shit, making fucking. But like one chick, and this blew my mind. That's the chick. She won a fucking Michelin star.
Wow.
She
wow.
owns a street food fucking cart in Malaysia, or no, that was the first one was Thailand, and she won a fucking Michelin star.
Wow.
I was like, what?
Wow.
Dude, that's like really got me interested because this shit is fucking crazy, dude. The shit that these people make, dude. Like this one dude,
That looks so. You're right. The cinematography is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. It's super fucking cool.
It does. I mean, it's like it looks so ethnic, but it's like the streets also have. It almost seems like everything's so clean, but it really isn't. But like it's just so beautiful.
that's part of like watching this. You're like, oh damn, dude. Like one dude, this Japanese guy, he cooks tuna, like big chunks of tuna, with a fucking blowtorch, like a propane blowtorch. He doesn't use tongs because it would break the tuna up. So he just dips his hand in ice water and just fucking moves it around under this
What?
blowtorch. It's fucking crazy, dude. He's like a showman, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's holding it with his hand.
No,
and
it's like on a grill, and he's got this blowtorch. Imagine him torching the shit,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he's dipping his right hand in ice water
Ice water.
and like moving it around.
Oh, so like he
Doesn't,
uses
like,
his
break up.
hand to flip it instead of
Yeah.
tongs.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's fucking crazy.
I would just make big, soft rubber tongs instead of using my fucking hand. But I guess
Well,
it's a good show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like these people are fucking like street performers, basically, and it's just cool to watch. And honestly, most of the food I'd probably find disgusting.
I'm
We
sure
just
it's
don't have that
fucking
palate.
delicious.
I don't,
I love Asian
but I'm
food.
not used to it. I mean, eventually you probably get used to it.
Oh, yeah.
One bitch made fish head soup. That's
Okay,
like her
maybe I'm
famous
not
fucking-
down for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fish heads. It's like a huge fish head in
Fish
every
head.
fucking bowl of soup this bitch buys. But she sells 5,000 portions a day.
Damn.
Yeah, unfucking real. And that was in Taiwan.
Yeah,
Anyway.
when you're selling that many portions, that's an operation.
Oh yeah,
You know, like
yeah. They're
getting
there for
all the
fucking
ingredients
almost
and stuff like
you
that.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
Backup
they
cook.
buy all their shit fresh every morning. That's crazy shit. Anyway, so all right, now we're moving on to the fuck what you think, Teddy Impossible Burger.
Okay, so this Impossible Burger it's a burger that it's not, first off, it's not a real burger. That's my fucking, that's what I'm pissed about. It's
What'd you think it was?
Genetically modified fucking shit. It's supposed to bleed like a burger, sizzles like a burger, and it's supposed to taste like a burger. All right, if you are not eating meat, it is. I mean, unless it's a medical decision that you can't eat meat, then you're doing it by choice. You want to know what a burger tastes like? To eat a goddamn cow. All right, I do
No,
not like.
the thing
I
is,
do
it's
not. No,
not-
shut up! I'm talking. All right. I do
Oh
not
man,
like
he's heated.
people.
Yeah.
I do not like people. I hate food that masquerades as other food, like almond milk, soy milk. That shit's not milk. It doesn't lactate. All right. It's not fucking milk. If you want milk, then drink fucking milk. If you don't like milk, then don't drink fucking milk. I mean, I don't fucking get this. I'm like, I don't understand why you don't want to eat the cow, but
Why
you're gonna
does
take
it
something.
bother you? You're not gonna eat one.
No, I'm not gonna eat one, but I'm still gonna bitch about it.
Why?
Okay.
Bitch, I'm talking. Shut up.
Get off my lawn!
I just don't. If you want to know what a cow tastes like, just eat a goddamn cow. All right. If
I
you
know what a
didn't
cow
kill it, somebody else
tastes
killed
like.
it for you. Just eat
No,
the
if you're
goddamn
eating
cow.
an Impossible Burger, you already know what a fucking cow tastes like.
Juice.
People are eating, vegetarians are eating these because it's the closest thing to meat they can get. It's supposed to bleed like a real burger and sizzle like a burger and taste like a burger.
Well,
It-
and you
it's-
know what?
it's
I
like-
bet you
the thing
there are
is-
vegetarians who even question that because it technically is. It's a protein-based fiber. Like it is.
Yeah, it is. It is protein based
but
fiber. Yeah.
Dude, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan and you want to eat an Impossible Burger, then you're not really a vegetarian or a
Yeah,
vegan.
no,
Thank you.
exactly.
Because
Just
you
eat
wouldn't know
the
what meat
fucking
tastes like.
meat then.
Just eat a
Eat a
fucking
bowl
Don't be
cow.
dumb
burger
about
or a
it.
big portobello fucking
Right.
All right.
mushroom.
Like those people that get fake butter. What's the point, really?
What's the point? I mean, yeah, just get the goddamn
Yeah.
butter. for fuck's
So actually listened to a podcast about this, and the guy that created the Impossible Burger, he did it because the meat industry, what he claims is that it is so destructive to the environment that he wanted to offset that. Now, what do you think
okay.
about that, Teddy?
sake. Fuck him. I'm eating a burger. I'm gonna go downstairs and cook me a goddamn T-bone right now. Look, I didn't kill the. I mean, what? Why is how? I mean, my question is
Fuck those
why?
cow
What was
milk.
his reasons for being? What was his reasons for being so offsetting to the
well,
environment?
because of methane emissions, because of all the food that they have to
Factory
feed to
farms
these
are
cows, how
a
destructive
lot
all
of
the
pollution.
runoff is and everything. So it's supposedly supposed to be much more sustainable for the environment.
Ideally, if they
well, we
get
can keep breeding cows and it'll be sustainable
Yeah.
too for my
kind
steaks.
of like Travis said.
So, I mean,
sustainability. 'Cause, well, think about it. If you get to where some sort of a fiasco where you can't, or there's not enough grain to feed the cattle, so there's less cattle for the meat supply. can make
But, I mean,
impossible burgers to
there's
kind
also-
of,
Well,
I
then
mean,
we
yeah.
have a big ass feast and then eat grains after that.
Well, my thing is, I mean, there's other
Because the
ways to
cows are
alleviate that. I
dying.
mean,
You know what I mean?
there-
Like,
yeah,
until
I
the
mean,
point where we can't sustain it anymore, I'm eating a burger. I'm just
thank
saying.
you. My thing is though, like he said, okay, like the methane gas and everything else. Like these slaughterhouses, they keep like 100,000 heads of cattle. If you make it to where somebody can only keep like 250 or 150 heads of cattle and spread it around, I think it'd be better, and you won't have to worry about the runoff and everything so much as
Yeah,
as if you
like
keep
all the
100,000,
fucking
200,000, yeah.
farmers
Right, I
that
mean,
are
you got-
being run out of
I
business
mean,
right now.
And it's the same reason, like same thing with the antibiotics and meat. I mean, if you keep so many of those animals around together, then eventually something's going to spread around. But if you make that number smaller, then the odds of somebody getting something and spreading around everybody else is a little
yeah,
smaller.
but the
So,
economics don't make that happen anymore. Unfortunately, so many farmers are going out of business
Yeah.
and having just like there are news stories.
It's not
especially here in
economical to
Wisconsin.
just have 250 head of cattle.
Unless you've got a very lean, functional, kind of like an organic farm, and you're going to the farmer's market every weekend, and like selling your product and stuff like that, like you can for a certain degree, but that's never going to make it to the main scale that the Impossible Burger could.
Right.
As far as, the economics of cheap meat. And that's, I think his whole point is trying to get it into, a point where if you get that technology, like any technology, if you perfect it, more and more people replicate it, more and more people make it more efficient, and then all of a sudden it becomes super cheap to make Impossible Burgers. And if they're pretty still damn good, it may be.
I mean,
I
I think
20 years
I think
from now,
Burger
50
King or
years
somebody's
from
gonna start
now.
selling them now.
120 years ago, that was like, we don't need no cars. Horses are just fine.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Trust a car.
Horses
It breaks
and
down.
carriages,
It's like,
cars will never take off.
horse just slows down if he's sick. He just don't
I'm
move.
not that guy. What I'm saying
You
is,
are
if
that
you want,
guy.
No,
I'm
we
not
get it.
that
Dude.
guy.
We gotta move on though. Gotta move on.
I'm not that guy. Just eat a goddamn burger.
Cut the black guy off. Oracle, terrible tutorials.
Okay, so this this dreams thing that I was talking about earlier. There's a fucking lot of tool. I mean, it's a fucking programming thing. If you really want to make some interesting shit, you got to use the logic. Otherwise, you're just kind of, I don't know, just moving some blocks around and fucking jumping around on them like some fucking retard. So I was looking for tutorial videos and I found this one. This guy had a bunch of stuff, and there really aren't that many things out there because this thing's pretty new. And this guy seemed to be pretty knowledgeable. He's talking about some shit, but I swear to fucking God, this guy was moving and talking so fucking quickly. I couldn't, even when I paused
I find it different.
and went frame by frame, I still couldn't follow this motherfucker. It's like, who are you making this video for?
See, I have the opposite. When you look for tutorial videos or something like that, it's like a 15 long video about something. Like, I want to find out how to do this or where this thing is, whatever. It's like a 15 to 18 minute long video, and the first like 13 minutes of them is them talking about some shit that has nothing to do with the title of the video.
Right,
and I'm like, just get to the shit that nobody cares about you. We just want you to help us.
Right.
I don't care about your cat, your goddamn dog, the shirt you got on. Just get to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to fucking fast forward the video to get to it. Just get to the shit.
I mean, it's just some of these, or the fucking worst is when you're on there and they start doing it and then they realize they don't know what the fuck they're doing halfway through the video. It's like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Like, you didn't even redo it. You're just rolling with this. I always look for a tutorial video. I really get a lot from it. When they are done really well, but holy fuck.
Oh, there's a lot of shit ones.
There are a lot of shit
I find it's hard
man.
to find. I find it's hard to find good walkthroughs now too. You want to go through, like, you got 98% complete. You want to find out what you missed and shit. And like, to find a good walkthrough, they don't make them like they used to back in the day.
It's because
they don't make those video game walkthroughs they used to.
It's because people,
they don't. I mean,
we're on a stream or whatever, but it's because of like the streaming Twitch kind of culture or whatever, where it's like, oh, well, I'm just going to play this fucking video game and you're going to watch me do it. It's not
make this podcast with 4 other my friends, but
they're not. It's not thinking about like, oh, somebody might be watching this and I need to fucking lead them through this thing. You know? They're just like, oh, well, this is just a
poorly done.
recording of me doing it because I can. It's not
Yeah.
because
They're not even narrating what
right.
they're doing.
There, you know, there's a fucking plan to
Gotta
this
know
thing.
your audience.
Yeah, they're just
Oracle,
poor,
we should start making
producers.
tutorial videos, buddy. Me and you.
Yeah, right.
Teddy
I-
knows Oracle tutorials.
Right.
I do make
Oracle will
tutorial
bitch about
videos.
something and Teddy will say, "Yeah, God."
Right? Teddy
Then
can
Oracle-
fucking
Yeah, buddy.
rage out on
It'll just be
shit.
them bitching about something, but they don't really teach you anything.
So that
make a
basically the Red
tutorial
Eye
every week.
Report,
That's how not to make a podcast.
right? How to be a fuck up.
Right. Fucking. Anyway, all right. I'm going to talk about good sports teams. I don't want to say fuck you to good sports teams, I guess, but what I'm talking about here is it's really stressful when you're a video editor for a station in a city where their basketball team is in the playoffs, their indoor soccer team is in the playoffs, their minor league hockey team is in the playoffs, and the Brewers are in first place killing it,
Fuck
and
winners.
the Packers are drafting people all in one weekend. So what happens is you're this one dude, and for fucking 6 or 7 straight hours, it's constant fucking multitasking. Like I have to like be exporting and importing shit while I'm editing constantly when this shit happens. And dude,
Oh yeah. So yeah, doing
It's
the process of
stressful
the
as fuck.
exporting while then jumping your brain right back into edit mode.
yeah,
With
and like
the next
remembering
thing.
that I have to pull certain things at certain times, and like calling fucking TOC to make sure that they're recording on certain things at certain times,
Mhm.
and like, dude, it's just really stressful, and it's the only time that my job is stressful. So I'm
Well,
so
yeah,
used to
that's why
fucking
you
just
get
sitting
paid
there
to-
like chilling. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is boring. I'll watch Netflix. And then like all of a sudden it's just fucking, oh, you got 5 playoff games to fucking edit now.
Yep.
Dick
We
face.
air in 27 minutes. Yeah. Good luck.
So
Yeah.
what's up with the Milwaukee, or are they Milwaukee teams? I guess Green Bay,
Bucks?
right? So what's up
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean-
teams? Like what?
What do you
I
mean?
don't know.
How come they're fucking good?
How
I
come they're
don't know.
good?
Yeah,
They're
how
all
come they're good?
right now.
It's
Why are
the
they good?
cheese.
It's
And it's
the
all
cheese?
right now too, like
It's
at
the
this one
cheese.
moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Wave
Packers
hasn't
could be
been
better,
good in
but-
years. That's
Yeah,
their
the
soccer
Packers
team.
could definitely be better.
Just say it's
They
the
found
Brewers
they
and
found the 105 people
Milwaukee's
that are fat
doing
in
good right
Milwaukee
now.
and put them on a team.
The only people
The
that
only
are not
105
fat
people.
and
Hey,
drunk.
did the
fat,
Bucks
put 'em on a
have
team.
another game tonight, or is it
No, they
tomorrow?
don't play till Friday.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they played yesterday. Didn't they win yesterday? Oh, it was
They
Raptors
won,
played
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, they won by 21 yesterday.
Fuck
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
Fucked them up.
Boom.
Right on.
Shakalaka.
How do you say that guy's name? Giannis.
Giannis
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Okay, cool, awesome. I can remember that shit.
Antetounmp.
There was, I think it was a 60 Minutes did a little piece on him. I think it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Seems like very humble for how awesome he is.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking. He
Poor
was
kid,
selling street food when he was like 7 on the streets of Athens, Greece, and shit, dude, just to fucking make ends meet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he makes fucking $26 million a year.
Nice.
Fucking.
All
murking
because he throws ball into hoop.
Yeah, basically. I mean, one of the funniest things I remember in one of the press conferences that they did with the All-Star game. It's not the All-Star game. It was the Pro Bowl. And he's like, it was the weekend of the Pro Bowl, and they're like, "Do you watch the Pro Bowl?" And he's like, "What is Pro Bowl?" Like he really has no idea. You know what I mean? Like that makes sense though. Like they don't
Yeah.
have a Pro Bowl in Greece. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Pit bulls, ashtray.
Pitbulls. Motherfucking pitbulls.
Here we go. Teddy's about to go off on you.
Oh,
Goddamn
Yeah.
right I am. I'm getting
The, yeah, right. That fucking saying, "Don't bully my breed," man. It's like It doesn't take
Don't
much.
bully my breed.
My friend, yeah, it's just that's the bumper stickers they use. You know, and they've got their whole like they got a documentary on Amazon or whatever, like misunderstood. Oh shit, Teddy in his underwear
Yeah,
again.
I did it again. I did it again.
Um,
I did it again.
Anyways,
Again.
my friend Liz, she got recently, you know, I heard she got a dog bite. That's just kind of like what I'd heard from another friend of ours, and she was like, yeah, I didn't really want to tell you all about it yet, and you know, until like she did send me these pictures, which I already shared with you guys. I don't know, you can fucking see from
Yeah,
when the
that's
web
pretty fucking
focuses on it.
savage. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, that's not
Damn,
just
dude.
like a nip bite. That is. She said that she was like over there hanging out with the neighbors. It took two people to pry his jaw off of her arm. And I don't know, you know, it's like one of those things, like that's what they're bred for, even though like not every pit bull's gonna like go into
Pit
vicious
bulls-
attack mode. They're bred
Pit bulls
to
aren't bred. They're
bred
bred to
to-
fight.
Oh yes, they are. They're bred to fight and they're bred to bite.
Teddy, they're called pit bulls.
Yes.
The fuck are they? What are they bred to fucking raise infants?
Yeah.
They had the nickname of nanny dogs. All right, people left their kids with them. I mean, what happened? What did the dog just like snap and bite her for no fucking reason? I mean, what happened?
I don't know. You know, like what?
I mean, exactly. I had a German Shepherd that if you came in and what she liked, if you came and touched anybody, she'd attack you, even me. Try to nip at you. I mean, like shit happened. Unless the
Does
dog
that
just
mean that
snapped and
dog
kicked the
should be
motherfucker-
around then? Doesn't
Say what?
even if it's a German Shepherd, I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's right. Yeah.
I don't care if it's a German Shepherd. Like, there are plenty of breeds that are aggressive, but like this whole like, oh, your pit bulls have a bad rap. It's like, well, you know, they're in that breed of like aggressive
They
dogs.
do have a
and
bad rap. Pit bulls do not attack people more than any other dog breed. They do not.
They
Yeah,
don't.
what I've
But
said
when they
before,
They
do,
Teddy,
don't. But what? But why? But when they
when they
but when they
do,
do,
When they
it is
do,
much
they
worse
fuck
because they
you
are
up.
bred to kill things.
they're not.
Just like
it's because they're more-
Rottweiler,
It's
just
because
like
they're more
German
muscular.
Just like
they
fucking
don't
Doberman.
exactly. They don't bite anymore, but when they bite, they fucking bite. It's like
Right.
you could say the difference between like, you know, the fish doesn't nibble on you any more than any other fish, but like fucking great white starts nibbling on you. Jesus, you know, it's like
Right.
it is. You know,
Well,
it's,
this rocket launcher and this 9mm both fire a single bullet one at a time, right? They're the same.
yeah, right.
Yes, they are a more muscular breed.
Yeah,
they
you
are
could say,
stronger
yeah.
than most breeds.
This
I mean,
single-
still,
Yeah,
fucking-
they are.
Yeah.
But they don't attack people more than any other breed. So I don't get why this
No,
they're
yeah, you're
This
fucking-
right.
bolt
They
rifle
do.
fires the same caliber
Yes,
as
I
this
get the
machine
analogies.
gun.
It doesn't make it. I get the
I don't know
analogy.
why
That's
one's
great.
just more dangerous.
I kind of agree with both sides of it because I feel that they do kind of get a bad rap because
get a
they
bad
are
rap. I mean, yeah, it's me.
they should be in the same category as like a Rottweiler or a fucking Doberman or a German Shepherd. They're fucking police dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can be aggressive as
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
Right.
You know, it just may be that the pit bull, because man, like pit
bulls
bulls
are
jaws
easy targets.
So
They're
strong.
easy
they are
targets
so strong.
because
They're
they
extremely
look
muscular.
fucking
They're
mean.
extremely
They
strong.
are heavy. Like you
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
around with, like I still have a scar on my arm playing with a cousin's pit bull. It was a puppy still, but I mean it was a almost full size puppy. You know, getting pretty big, and we were just wrestling around, and it was just his play scratching. Like that's just how strong they were. That like he gashed my arm open. It's like whoa, you know, like I know he didn't mean
Is
it.
a pit bull the only dog ever been scratched by? I mean, I've had people that fucking golden retrievers don't cut their fucking nails and get scratched bad. I mean, is that the only dog ever been scratched by?
I've been
Sure, yeah.
attacked
But I'm
more
talking
by little
about-
ankle biters than fucking
I'm talking
big
about
dogs.
though how the actual pit bull breed, they're fucking tanks. They're muscle tanks.
Yes, because they're very
Yeah.
extremely muscular. Yeah, I get it. But I mean, if you didn't cut my fucking
they're
German
not
Shepherd's
bred for
nails, I mean,
Hey, there's
they're not bred to
there's-
attack and
They're
kill
not bred
people.
to
They're not.
attack kids. No, we're not saying they're bred to attack kids. They're
You
just
said they were bred for it.
I've
You said
they're
were
bred
to
fighting.
kill things. Yeah.
I've
killing
only
things, yes,
had
not
to
kids.
fucking beat the dog one breed of dog off of a woman with a steel pipe, and that was a pit bull.
Yeah, right? It may be an anecdotal experience, Teddy,
before?
but it's real. And when you
How many
see,
breed
like,
dogs have you beat before? How many breed breeds of dogs have you beat before, Oracle?
But
it's
but
real.
no,
said
no,
only
question,
one.
goddamn.
what
said only
other
one.
what
said that there's-
other breed would I be driving through town that would be enough of a tank to fuck it and be aggressive enough to have this woman on the ground and not
Have you seen
release
a
her
Rottweiler
leg?
before? Like a full-grown Rottweiler?
Yeah, I'd say a Rottweiler could do
I mean,
it.
shit. I mean, there's some fucking
But
Sure.
this woman was
But
just
that isn't his
walking down
anecdote.
the street, and this
awesome. She
dog.
ran to the wrong fucking dog, and the dog was a piece of shit. I get that, but the dogs
Dude.
are animals.
It's
that
her
are fucking,
fault.
Dude,
It's
these
not her
fucking.
fault. I mean, no, I mean, it's not her fault. I mean, the dog was wrong for attacking her when she was walking down the street and not doing anything. The dog is wrong. I get that. And the dog is having to be a pit bull. I mean, I've been walking down the street and fucking and a German Shepherd or a boxer or something come out. I mean, it depends on the dog. You can't just blame one breed on that.
I felt bad for the dog too because I could tell that it was just fucking scared and didn't know what the hell was going on. But it was it's like the fucking Hulk out there. This thing is fucking.
It's not
a
like I'm gonna
beast.
bite you and then like growl and like be a defensive stance. It is like I'm gonna destroy what's scaring me.
Like be like a scared animal would do, like a gorilla would do. If a kid scared, he rip his fucking head off. I mean, it's fucking. I mean,
Sure, but we don't have people with gorillas next door.
That being said,
well,
I
stay away
did
from
see
pit
a
bulls.
dude
Shit,
get
they
his
don't
arm
like you.
ripped off by a tiger on YouTube one time. So
You saw a guy
at
get his
least
arm
pit
ripped
bulls
off.
don't do that.
Ugh. True.
He was just like at some wildlife thing and just like, I don't know if he wanted to pet it or something.
Damn.
That thing wasn't having it. He wanted lunch.
Yes.
Fucking
The,
bit this
Fucking
dude's
tiger.
fucking arm right off.
He took it right
Like,
off.
holy
off
fuck! Yeah, just
Wow.
chomped it right the fuck off. his
Man, you
body.
gotta share that link in the comments.
It was years ago that I saw.
Oh,
Please don't.
it. Probably just search it.
You're gonna give fucking Travis flashbacks.
right. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Shit.
Hey Travis, there's a tiger in your closet.
Ah, Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's
all
hungry.
right, that's our show. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/theredeyereport. You can also Twitter us, but nobody gives a fuck. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm the Mystic.
I'm Oracle.
This is Ashtray.
I'm Teddy.
And this is the Red Eye Report. Go fuck yourself.
I got a question. Got a question for you, Ashtray. Would you be as angry that your friend got attacked if it was a different kind of dog?
Oh, yeah. I'd be.
If it had been a Chihuahua that fucked her arm up like that, would you be peaching against Chihuahuas?
I think the point that he's trying to make is that a Chihuahua can't fuck somebody's arm
a
up
Chihuahua
like that.
can't fuck her up like that.
But a German Shepherd boxer and a Rottweiler can, and a Doberman.
Sure, if
Well,
it was
then
a
he'd
German
probably
Shepherd.
just be pissed off too with the German Shepherd.
Yeah, sure. I might say